Everything about me is lit, alright. My natural hair to my lips, my style, my name. This baby, yeah, change the game. You don't know how powerful you are. Pick your head up, black child, you a star. Everything they is everything you are. Gotta believe if you wanna go far. We are first, go until it hurts. Make it go a long way, just make it grow. You're almost there, can't give up. Use your black magic and pick yourself up. You got that special something that can't nobody else figure out. Pop with that melody, you know that we found that light. Make sure was up. You don't know how you are. Pick your head up and shout to the sky. Everything they is, everything you are. Gotta believe if you wanna go far.
Acting by night, he going crazy.
Before I get too deep, please don't let me start if you don't mind. It can be. You come around against me, back it slowly. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Did you put me down? If I let my guard down, I can't deny it now. I want you around, you made me wanna risk it in the shallow water before I get too deep. Please don't let me fall if you don't mind catching me. When you come around, I can speak like it slowly. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Lay down in your garden and watch me plant my seeds. Stimulate your mind as I satisfy me. Good energy, with me. Tell me what you asking on. Tell me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Please don't let me fall if you don't mind catching me. When you come around, I can't speak like it's so weird. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. That was Hot Boy Dre. Drown Me. Oh my gosh. That song. Okay. I can say. Okay, you better sing, bitch. You better fucking sing. Okay, so this is the first time that I am doing something like this. Hey to everybody in the chat. Hey, Hot Boys. Hey, no, Siri. Not you, boo. Not Siri. Hey, Hot Boys. Hey, Dre. Hey, I saw somebody else too. Who else did I see? Let me speak to everybody before I get started. Millie Mill. Hey, y'all. All right, so I got my notes here. I'm just going to get started. If y'all want to chime in, then that's fine. But I'm about to run through it because I know y'all ain't got all day, y'all. Hey, El Teddy. Okay, so the first thing first is we start off with Ken's Sunday brunch. I see what y'all mean about the chicken. I see exactly what the fuck y'all mean. The chicken did look good. Now, like I said in my last review, I'm confused because in the scene, when y'all first get there, now looking back, no, I'm not confused. Because now looking back, y'all did kind of have a tiff during the brunch. So I can understand why y'all feel the way y'all feel now. Because when y'all first got there, everything was cool, hunky-dory. Everything was A-okay. Y'all sit down in a confessional and it's just like, bitch, I don't know why the fuck we here. I don't know why we do this because in the next 5 minutes it's going to be bullshit. And it's just like, oh, girl, like, y'all not even really giving it a chance. But this is y'all's post view of the scene. So I guess I understand. So first we have Ashton and Sherrod there. And then everybody starts to peel in, and then Ken gets it started. And basically, he wants to know, are we really friends or not? Like, so let's go around this circle. I don't want to talk about nobody who is not here, which is a little weird because when y'all went down to the beach, all y'all did was talk about people who weren't there. I get that y'all were reflecting on the day before or the event that took place, beforehand, but y'all were still like doing the very thing that y'all said y'all didn't want to do at the brunch. But whatever. So y'all sit down and it's like, okay, so are we friends or not? Let's go around the table. Let's talk about the issues that we have and then let's move forward. Cool. So I saw the energy between Ashton and Dre when they were hugging, but I just thought it was just a weird hug because, you know, the cameras were watching. I did not know that they actually were at odds during that time. So it would have been weird for them to embrace because I did catch that. I got caught there. So first it was August. And
I don't know if he went all the way around the circle or if he just stopped at Ashton, because that's where they stopped with us during the show. So first he, of course, did Braylon and was like, that's my dog, that's my homie. He gave him every single title except for lover. Like, literally, he was like, that's my best friend. He gonna be my manager. That's my acting coach. That's my tutor. That's my chauffeur. That's my, the list just went down, okay? And then he went to Ashton and was like, Ashton, I'm watching you. Nah, girl. I kind of felt like Sherrod at the beach when he said, now, if you wanted to watch me closely or watch Ashton closely and you really wasn't sure about this friendship, why come back? But then I guess he said that Ashton made him promises that he was expecting him to keep, but didn't keep. Tutor! Like, he said literally everything. Like, and I'm glad he said manager, because he did like a little IG story one time, and it showed Braylon's number, and it said Braylon manager. I'm like, this is a new title, because you said acting coach and you said best friend. He has not said roommate yet. We still have Sunday school teacher available, and dog sitter, babysitter. Well, he don't got no babies. I think he got a dog. Dog sitter could be added to the list, but we're not just sure. We're not sure as of yet. Come on, August, Wine and Recline. What is this? Wine and Recline? What? Is this a new show? Tell me, is this a new show? Okay, so let me move on. So, then we move on to Ashton. And Ashton basically was addressing the whole tag-along situation and was like, this is why I said what I said. And I'm so glad Braylon spoke up. Like, this episode really targeted a lot of mental health, and I was so here for it, because me doing my walk with depression and finding out, different things about my mental health, it was really insightful and really comforting to know that I wasn't alone in this, and people that I can relate to deal with some similar issues. And Braylon was like, listen, I come from a past where life was not as easy for me, and I was in friend groups just like this that made me feel ostracized and made me feel like I didn't matter or I didn't count. And when you said tag along, it really just made me feel a certain type of way. And I get that you felt like you was trying to be shady, but that's not cool, And as an adult, I'm going to stand up and say, I want to be cool with you. I don't want the shade. And I don't think in that moment, either Ashton didn't know how to respond to that, or he just wanted to be a bitch. Because he still snapped back and was like, well, I said what I said. And that's when Ken stepped up and was like, whoa, like, this boy is being nothing but nice to you. Why are you just being a bitch for no reason at all? Like, it's not called for all that. We don't have to do all of that. You can really just hear this man out, receive what he is saying, and move the hell on. And if you don't want to, adhere to the changes, even though I'm glad that, I think what happened in this episode is that all of y'all in y'all own perspective, in y'all own little way, came to the realization that, bitch, I'm grown. And I am tired of doing childish ass shit. I think y'all all realized that it was time to grow the fuck up and mature as grown Black gay men. Because all of y'all basically said in your own way, it's boundaries for us. It's boundaries for us. It's boundaries. Everybody is really big on boundaries. And boundaries are important. Very important. People don't need to know all your business. They don't deserve to know all your business. And it's not a slight to them if you don't want to tell them. And that's just an example. I'm not just, that's just an example. Dre said, I was so glad. Yeah, me too. The viewers been waiting for. Yes. And I think him being innocent, him being maybe a little bit timid, him being maybe a little soft-spoken should not take away from the fact that he got a fucking backbone. And he don't need August to speak for him. He can speak for his damn self. I felt like Braylon was almost begging to be accepted by the group, but that's not needed for grown men. There's a group or space that will accept you, and you won't have to try to force your way in. I can see that, El Teddy, but I also think that we've normalized hazing so much that him just being sensitive and saying, I like y'all, I want to be cool with y'all, why are y'all acting like this? Tell me what's up. If y'all don't want to be friends, then that's fine. But I'm letting you know from my standpoint that I want to be friends with you. I think it comes across as begging, just like being interested in somebody comes across as being thirsty. I think the way society has changed, showing that you care, putting energy into something is just like, ugh, girl, you doing way too much. Like, now I could see if they had told him so X amount of times, like, bitch, we don't see it for you. Like, no, we're not just gonna, call you his tag along. We don't see it for you. We don't like you. Please don't come around us anymore. Like, you're not invited to the events. And he's still coming around saying, y'all, please like me. That would be begging. But I think he was just at a crossroads and was just like, bitch, what is it gonna be? And instead of being a bitch about it, again, he was sensitive and he was authentic and was like, listen, this is the way I feel. And that group could be that group if they just realize that they don't have to put on for these men. Now, when we go out in public and do our thing, then hell yeah. Okay, we are the bad that's walking through. We are the mean girls. We are the plastics. But once we come home and we're in this refuge of, love and camaraderie and brotherhood, you don't got to put up that front. You can cry. You can get emotional. You can argue. I love the fact that Sherrod, stormed out but came back. It's not about, just always leaving a situation and putting your guard up. This is your selected family. I feel like friends are selected family. I really do. Child, I'm getting out. Y'all got me all caught up, child. Let me get the car. Yeah, the tag along was a trigger for Braylon. The tag along was a trigger, and I think in this episode we're all realizing each other's triggers. Ken don't like when you accuse him of something and you can't explain your mission behind it. Like, he not just gonna accept that he being X amount of way towards you. He needs some clarification. He needs some clarity. He needs some explanations. And I love that everybody is kind of putting out what works and what doesn't work for them in a very adult way. This episode touched on a lot of things, and I loved it all. Every second of it, I really did. And I know I loved it because the whole episode was in the apartment, and I wasn't bored. I wasn't bored. I wasn't upset. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Let's open up. Let's get more. Let's get more. Okay, yeah. Can't say be nice with her. Okay, so Braylon. I was happy when Braylon snapped back. Braylon put his heart out there. Ashton snapped. And then Braylon was like, okay, well, listen. Moving forward, I'm not the sidekick. I'm not the tag along. I'm Braylon. Either you're going to address me as this or you're not going to fuck with me at all. How about that? Love you. And we can still have a great evening moving forward, but this is my boundary. Since you can't take it politely, I'm just going to lay it flat out. And I sure did, Todd. I got all up in my feels. Sure did. Dre. My Dre. When you were explaining your side to Ken and talking about how he didn't need to feel like he was the odd man out and all of that, I noticed a break in your voice. That break is not the fact that you were getting emotional. That break is a hint of social anxiety. I think you've already programmed your mind that you're going to be judged in this group. So every word that comes out of your mouth, you're critical of, and you don't have to be. And if you do, then I'm glad you took the move that you did and was like, you know what, let me take a step back and just kind of assess and analyze whether or not I even want to be friends with y'all anymore, because the way y'all got me feeling ain't cool. And if we supposed to be brothers and friends and good Judies, then we're not supposed to be moving like this. But I noticed that in you too, and I think over time, I saw the strength coming back. Oh, bad bitch Braylon. Yes. I'll tell you, this was the first episode where I legitimately was angry with the show. Was it or was? Was? Explain. Expound. Please let us know why. And I'm going to send out the link later because I'm as we get to the bottom, baby, I'm going to need some answers. Yeah. Yeah, Dre was like, we're friends. You're not the other person. And he was saying that he was unsure. And again, boundaries are important. Now, they kept saying that Ken was getting frustrated. I didn't see it until Ken stood up and then sat back down. I wasn't seeing the frustration. I did see him being combative. I did see him being argumentative. And maybe he just wanted answers. Maybe he just wanted... why do you feel this way? Don't just say, I'm angry and I have like anger issues and whatever. Actually expound on what you feel. Okay, Teddy, I have to watch a review. I don't like to watch other people's review about shit before I give mine because I don't want to repeat y'all. But I definitely am going to go watch it. Absolutely. This was this the one where you was all dressed up in dapper? I think I saw that one though. Oh, hold it, Trey. Oh, hold it, because we gonna get to it. Yeah, nobody was in. Okay, got you. Sherrod said, Ken, you can be a little aggressive at times. And I think that came from the fact that Ken is just one of those, now what you mean? Why? He won't just accept it like Sherrod said later in the episode where everybody was just like receiving what everybody had to say. Whereas Ken was just like, I need answers, I need explanations, I'm not just going to settle for that. And I think that comes across as aggressive. And maybe his energy, it was a living situation and discussed. Up, child. Honey. Then we have an interruption by Ashton. Ashton interrupts because he has to go to work as he is grabbing a piece of chicken. Don't think I didn't see you grabbing a piece of chicken in the background because I definitely saw that. You had grabbed your piece of chicken and then you invited everybody to see your slumber party. I hope we get to see the slumber party. And then Pop-Up Pamela had walked through the door. Now, this is exactly why people feel like y'all have an alliance. Because Ashton was like, yep, I damn sure knew that Pop-Up Pamela was going to make an appearance. Everybody was talking about her and ain't going to have shit to say when she get in the room. That's why there's an alliance. That's why they feel like there's an alliance. Because there kind of is. Like, but Ken, what was really... I felt like that should have been left off the show. Oh, okay. Well, Lemons had his scene too, where he was just like walking in his talk and was just like, bitch, stay out of my business. If I want to fuck everybody, no, what was said? You can't lay with everybody in the room. Okay, if I want to lay with everybody in the room, then that's what I'm going to do. Stay out of my business. And Ashton say, girl, I'm just going to turn to the left and I'm going to slide to the right and I'm going to eat whatever is in front of me because I'm about to slap your ass because I'm trying to knock some sense into you. And I didn't all but slap you with a thing of flowers like, hey, Michelle, did Mimi. And you still not getting it. But sometimes, Ashton, you can't just be so yeah with people. Like, people don't always receive darts. Love taps. Oh, honey, have you seen Iyanla? She will hug somebody and be like, bitch, you are so fucked up. You are a mess. They be like, oh my God. But if she was just like, bitch, you so fucked up, you a mess, they wouldn't receive that. You gotta slow down because you are moving way too fast. Lord. And I would have grabbed more than one piece of chicken because if it was as good as y'all said it was and you was drunk, mama, you was going to need something to stop that up. Although I work in retail and being drunk sometimes helps the situation. So, girl, flow down. Oh, yeah, Ken. Oh, this is what I need some answers on. Ken, he said he was the most calm and then he stood up and then stayed back down, whatever. The rental. Y'all was, hold on. But when you start saying don't talk about people that ain't there, they make exceptions at the end. And here's another thing. Thank you, El Teddy. Here's another thing. I don't think Ken, and if he did, Cash, y'all get in the check and let me know. I don't think Ken said at the beginning of the talk, it's certain things we ain't gonna talk about. It's certain subjects we ain't gonna cover. Certain things are gonna be private. I don't think he said that. So when Sherrod said what he said and was like, oh, you talking about my personal business, you making it public. You never told Sherrod what not to say. So you can't get mad at him for that. You really can't. My problem is I don't say much at all. But once I do, I expect it. And they will receive it if you say it in a different way, Ashton. You be popping off and you ain't the cool auntie. You the mean mama that's never gonna let us go nowhere. And then talk about us when we fall. Like, and laugh at us. And then get on the phone with your girlfriend and be like, oh yeah, Kat bust her ass today. And we gonna laugh at her together. Let me put you on speaker so she can hear you laughing. Like, I don't want you to be that mama. I want you to be the cool mom. The cool auntie. That lightly lets the girls know you can't be dipping it low and spreading it wide, not only all over Atlanta, but all over New Orleans as well. You can't do that, sis. You can't do that. You know how I said it? You know, it was a tap, it was a loving, You gotta really just kind of go into character with it. You can't be mean to these girls and expect them to just be like, yes, Sister Mary Clarence. I understand, Ashton, but y'all always say I'm too blunt and have no foot. Now, El Teddy. El Teddy, we done been through this. We done been through. That's just who you are. We need that energy, though. If you was nice, then where would the Book of Darkness even come from? How about we already did this go around off camera and it was Ashton's out. Oh, what? Dynamite, bitch. Ken tried to do it again and it backfired. That's why Dre was like, oh my God, this is weird because when Ashton did it, he got mad. And then now Ken is doing it and he got, oh my gosh. But I need the 50-50 story with the rental. I need the 50-50 story with the rental. I need the 50-50 story. Like, what happened? Now, it seems like Ken is mad just because everybody wasn't on the same page as to where the car was going. Whereas Sherrod was like, bitch, y'all said y'all wanted to smoke. We was dropping y'all off to smoke, and we still wanted to paint this house. So, we'll see. Like, I don't understand. Child. And then the mental state. The mental state, Ken. He exposed your mental state. What exactly did he expose? Like, was that was that cut out, or did I just miss something? He said you get angry. Like, what was it? Was Drake's face? The ahs and y'all talk production, because you know how I do, guys. Y'all, I want to give he the whole team job. Production had single Drake out and blurred the rest of the background, so all we saw was Drake going, ooh, girl, like, child, girl, Now, Drake. That whole clip with Lemons was messy. Why you touching my dick? And then it seemed like he responded in a way. Like, it was just like, oh. Like, it seems like more happened in Atlanta, but from the short little video, I'm convinced that more happened in New Orleans. I'm just convinced. They gave Dre a whole side. When I say a whole little one too. And I'm so glad we finally got to hear the song. I'm so glad. Who all got a piece in Atlanta? Oh, he didn't? Oh, okay, bro. Well, it's believable that he did. Speaking of who you was talking about. Now, Mama was told you can't be dipping it low and spreading it wide with everybody you lay with. Well, you can't lay with everybody in the room. Then it's the same person that was get you yaya gumbo down at the Krusty Krab. No, y'all was eating at the Krusty Krab and he was filming. Y'all was down to the A-Loft. Dipping it low and spreading it wide. Now, apparently, he was dipping it low, but he wasn't willing to spread it wide. What you got left? And I'm with that. I'm not with that. I'm not. Let me take that back. I'm not with that, Todd. If I'm paying for half the car, bitch, I'm in half the car. Every time it moves, I move just like that, bitch. If I'm in the front or in the back, or on the right side or on the left side, bitch, I'm a piece of my ass is in that car every time it moves. If I'm paying half of it, if I'm expected to go half down everything, including the gas, then bitch, make room for this ass. And that's just it. Now, who got a piece in Atlanta? Now, from what I understand, Braylon and child, go watch YB's live and then go over to El Teddy. You got to watch it in that order so you can understand everything. But child, we not finna go down there some more. The child say he was uncomfortable, but you did it. So, girl. And then you went to New Orleans and did it again. Ooh. Girl. Oh, girl. Oh, Lord. No, moving on. Okay. But Braylon, you did say you couldn't grab it. Now, you say you couldn't grab it because he wouldn't let you. But I'm inclined to believe you couldn't grab it because you didn't know where it was. Like you couldn't, like it wasn't there. Like Mama had took that night. Girl, I'm just gonna move on because Lord. Atlanta showed more love than Houston. Unfortunately, that happens. I mean, to play devil's advocate, if a skank whore like myself see a good dick, then it will enter your body. Maybe Lemons wasn't feeling that brightly. Oh! Maybe he wasn't. I don't want to be double teamed by the tag-alongs either. So I guess I understand, you know, like, but with that being said, I wouldn't put myself in the position to be fondled with. So, you know, I wouldn't put myself in a position for Todd to be setting me up in the bullshit. I just wouldn't. Things go on, y'all. He just get left right mind. And that's fine. Live in your truth. But don't Central Park 5 us, bitch. Do not have a baby. Don't hit the rodeo and then say, girl, that she was enslaved. No, ma'am. We wasn't trafficking girls. It wasn't traffic, it was a train. It wasn't traffic. It was a train. And Mama, did she not say a chew? She wasn't sneezing, bitch. Now let's move on. Child, we all love Lemons. And I love the way he could accept that conversation that he had with Ashton. I love that. He was just like, girl, whatever. Mind your fucking business. And stand up for me when I need somebody to have my back. But mind your damn business. Moving on. For the third time. The seawall. Now, everyone did show up. Everyone did not show up to the seawall. And that was unfortunate because this was on the heels of y'all having a conversation and, you know, everybody thinking that everything was cool, but obviously not because everyone. Now, maybe people's work schedules. These are real people, real weekends, real jobs. So maybe these people are working and they could not go. Maybe they was just like me and was like, bitch, I understand, but if it's not mandatory, bitch, I'm not showing up because COVID. Miss Rona is on her international world tour. And bitch, I don't want to see. I don't want to go. I do not want VIP tickets to Miss Rona. So no. But baby, Sherrod, you was looking good, honey. Sherrod was looking damn good. I know Scotty was getting his life, honey. Scotty, you had tried to call Jamal out for liking Rico with the K, but I'm calling your ass out for liking Sherrod. I know you wanted to lick every motherfucking peck you saw. Not peck. What's the one? Every pack you saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you had saw the packs. And you saw the pecks. And you wanted to peck the pack. And to pack the pack. I'm sure you did. But then y'all were talking about circles and how it's unfortunate that even though y'all have gotten to this point where y'all, how can I put this? It's not going to change. Because y'all did the very thing, again, y'all did the very thing that y'all didn't want to do. Y'all got right there on that goddamn beach and talked about everybody who was not there. And it's like, but that's what you said you didn't want to do when you were sitting next to that truck plant. Like, I don't want to. Exactly. Oh, and it was mandatory. It was. But was work schedules clear? Because I know for me in retail, baby, I will grab the hours as I can see fit if I want them. And if I don't, I can fluctuate that week. But you pretty much have to have open availability in retail. So that speaks for Ashton. I don't know about everybody else because I don't think Jordan got no job. So I'm pretty sure he was available. Dre worked Monday through Friday, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you know how girls get when they get a new man, girl. So who else didn't show up? Ken was there, looking tropical. Braylon. Now that we're in Houston, the oversized shirts I like. We don't do headbands in Houston. So no, don't do that no more. And unless it's gonna be like a scarf type situation. Like that, I can see. But yeah, I think having the whole conversation about people who was not there was unnecessary because y'all literally said, maybe I put up last, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. And you and these plus ones, you just can't stop till you get enough. Come on, you just cannot stop until you get enough. You have brought yet another person. No, I mean, damn. As a girl, check. As an artist, we need a whole album then. We gonna need you to sing on cue like you did in that confessional. So the next time YB asks you to sing down, I need an effort, baby. I need you to bust out with a note. And as a matter of fact, make your own damn tiny desk and give us a live version of Drown Me because you was giving us all the vocals. No auto-tune. You was giving us all the vocals. And I was here for it. I love that was your first experience and you was in great company. You was in the same studio that Solange had went to. Yes, God, honey. Yes. He is different. But his fashions don't have to be. And if you want to survive, girl, it's this. If you want to survive in the concrete jungle that is Houston, Texas, that's not going to get it. Honestly, that wasn't going to get it in LA too because I went to LA and I didn't see any of it. I didn't. And I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole. Shout out to El Teddy. But maybe another one. You gonna put on Dre, I want 10% of the proceeds, baby. I want 10. You know what? Let me drop down. Let me drop down and get money along. I only take 5 because you got a man now and you the man in the relationship, so you gotta be the breadwinner, you know, because you know the tops they get a little subconscious, honey, when the bottom think about money. So you gotta be the one that make all the money. So I get that you gotta make the bread for both you and hubby. I'm not saying that hubby ain't making the money, but I don't want to take your coin if you gotta split that 2 ways already, especially with him being a muse to the song. Now, baby, if Braylon gonna do one thing, he gonna put an outfit together with some pieces from it, like. But there's more to LA than Venice Beach. Hallelujah. Moving on. Everybody should work on themselves. Hallelujah. The Alliance. Yeah. The going away party. Dinner is ready. I gotta go, y'all. It was fun. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I gotta watch it too. I do. How you doing? Yeah. Come on with the Noah's Ark movie tease. How you know he not bending me over? Listen, equal opportunity. I am not. Oh, excuse me. I'm not taking that. But he had the top band. He had the groom band on his hand. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. He had the top band. But that don't mean he not cocking that leg up. Because bitch, don't think I forgot that morning live that you had did with YB when you did the little video legs. You did like this, like it was a stripper. I remember. You don't just do that from one time. You don't do that just from just one time. That took practice. That took goddamn practice. You knew exactly what you was doing. You had the right shake and width ratio. You knew exactly what you was doing. But yeah, he's so when was this? Okay, wait. So everybody had on masks. So this was within the year. Basically, I'm trying to figure out, is Sherrod deployed already? Is he already? My plan! No! Oh, okay, that works. Is he deployed already? Like, I don't understand. And y'all should throw a party for him. Like, them legs went up all the way up. It was a V, and it wiggled like so. So I listen. Gone. Oh my God, where? Can we say where? Where did he go? Sherrod already deployed. He been on IG half naked doing work. Of course, El Teddy will be the one to let us know. Thank you. My mama had gave this to me. This is Caleb. Callie is over there in the corner. I bought Callie because I thought Callie was a smaller version of Caleb. Not so. It's one of those plants where all of this is still stuck in the plant. So it looked like, oh girl. It looked like an afro. Sherrod left already. Oh. And doing half naked workouts. Girl. This ain't Marvel shit. This ain't Area 51. He did say he was overseas, though. So this episode was everything. I'm excited to see how y'all gonna wrap this episode up. I really want, even though y'all already had a conversation on various lives, I want y'all to have a conversation in this season because Lemons is on his end talking about it. Y'all are on y'all's end talking about it. I honestly, scratch what I just said. Let's move forward. Hopefully, we are moving forward in this season and we're done with the tea. Name mine, Lily. Do you talk to it? B.R. Burns, do you talk to her? Tell her good morning. Tell her good night. When you want to go off on your loved ones. Girl, it's the drink. When you want to go off on your loved ones. Vent to Lily. Caleb know all my tea. Callie not so much because even though she's my daughter, I'm still getting to know that bitch. And I didn't know she was going to grow up to be an afro. So I have to, really just take my time, because we still getting to know each other. But Caleb, that's why Caleb is problem so much because I talk to him every day. But yeah, I am excited to see what the rest of this season holds. I'm excited for the reunion, bitch. I am so excited for the reunion. If I could give y'all one tip, have a fucking color scheme or a theme. Like if we can do animal prints or pastels or monochromatics, like just something. If we can just have something. For real, like I don't really know her like that, and it was just like, girl, you should have told me from the jump that she was gonna be a fucking afro, bitch. I didn't want Florida Evans in my house. I wanted Rapunzel. I wanted a little Rapunzel, and I got a Florida Evans, and it's a small Florida. It's a ch. I bought a fucking chia pet. That's exactly what the fuck I bought. Callie, you a fucking chia pet, and I stand in it. I love her. Unpopular opinion. What's up? Dre the only one with the real standalone storyline, a boyfriend, a hustle, and stays looking at their issues like they crazy as fuck. I like him. I love Dre too. But girl, you think he the only? Well, everybody else's storyline is the drama that happens within the story. So, Well, Dre, will we get to see more of you and your boyfriend? Because it seemed like when he saw the cameras, he was like, nah, I know you're not going to have me on camera. I'm not signing no goddamn non-disclosure. I'm not signing no goddamn agreement to have my likeness on the show. So, you're going to have to do a talk voiceover little one, too, while you showing that thing, because I'm not saying nothing. I'm not getting mic'd up. So, I need to know, did the boyfriend agree to be in the scene? Because I would love to hear how the boyfriend feels about the group. You should bring the boyfriend around. You should bring the boyfriend around. Or, I don't know. Because I heard that was a little 1-2 between you and Ken due to that boy. And of course, Dre, you want to clean this up? According to Ken in Atlanta, you had said, I don't give a fuck what y'all had going on. We together now. And that's what's going on. Wait, I'm still working on getting Jordan on camera anymore. It's about a girl. Okay, I understand. Okay. He seems so familiar. I don't know him like that. So, Lord Jesus. But he seems so... I've seen him somewhere before. El Teddy said, keep your private life private. El Teddy said, don't do it, girl. You in danger, girl. El Teddy said, don't do it. Yes, Ashton did. Ashton did, and it was well deserved. Like if you're my friend, then I don't want you laying with everybody in the room. Like I don't. And I feel like that's how I know him. Okay. I'm like, damn, he look familiar. Okay. Great. Got it. Love him. He's so cool. Yeah. Couldn't have chosen a better partner. Love him. Yeah, that was a twist, Drayson, but I feel like that was necessary. Like, friend, you cannot be out all in these streets doing what you're doing. You cannot be out here doing what you're doing. And then crying wolf when the shit don't go your way. Again, going back to the whole August situation. I hate to, chime on this too much longer, but they just wanted to fuck around. Everybody was drunk. They wanted to get their dick sucked. They wanted to grab some dick. They wanted to suck some dick. They wanted to fuck on something. They wanted to be men. They wanted to be black, gay men in that fucking hotel room. You got in that bed willingly. Did nobody drug you or drag you into that bed? You did everything that you wanted to do. You was performing on them but didn't want shit performed on you. And then you went to your other friend and said you were uncomfortable. Well, then why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you say to the two gentlemen that were involved, hey, fuck niggas. Let's stop fucking. I'm uncomfortable. Why wasn't that? So with that being said, Ashton had every right to do what he did. Although I agree with El Teddy in the sense that, I agree with El Teddy on this too. That will bring unnecessary drama, which is why I'm against doing any type of web show right now, because it's just like, I'm not for that. If I just can't be Cat and I gotta do all this X, Y, and Z, then bitch, miss me with it. You can miss me with it. Hey. But what was I saying? I agree with El Teddy in the sense that since they didn't show the sexual act on the show, the aftermath does not necessarily have to be filmed. Not necessarily. And speaking of which, Todd, I'm gonna text you when all this is over. I would be great TV, but I'm the bitch that, like, if you keep playing with me, I'ma pop you. And I don't want to, I have not progressed in my walk with Christ yet to do all of that. So as of right now, nah. I would love to be on the production side, to kind of like, school the girls and get in ones and twos. But as far as being talent, I don't know, girl. I don't know. I do not know. Wrapping this episode up, I do want Dre and Ashton to get to a point to where nothing can break their friendship. Like, I don't want whatever y'all were fighting over is petty, and and I'm not trying to downplay the rest of the group, but don't let this group fuck up what y'all got going on. Y'all been friends since y'all were teenagers. Y'all been friends since high school. That is rare. People don't stay friends that long no more. That's some old school classic shit. Being friends for that long. These new generation people fall out like that. So the fact that y'all have been friends that long, bitch, hold on to it, because that's a real friendship. Fuck what else is going on. Fuck the white noise in the background. That's real. Hold on to it. Ken, you need to receive what people are saying, baby. And that's just real talk. I get that you not being argumentative and you not being angry and y'all finna piss me off and I'm finna be like Martin and put all y'all up. Because you getting angry. Because you are getting angry and you are getting in your feelings. Because this boy is not saying what you want him to say. Like, no, you can't. I get what you expected the day to turn out to, but if it didn't, then it didn't. I meditate every morning. And I study a little bit of Buddhism. And the middle way has taught me what will be, will be. I just need to be centered to accept whatever's coming and be prepared for whatever's coming. But what will be will motherfucking be, bitch. It's gonna be. So you can't get all of your feelings. Like, just like with the situation with the rental. Y'all left me out, but I'm mad because all you had to say was where y'all about to go. If you wanted to stay and smoke, say, wait for me to finish. First of all, we black and we from Houston. Why y'all not smoking in the goddamn car? Why are y'all not smoking in the car? I know it'll say that I gotta watch yourself, but the thing is, like, I'm quick to, if I agree with what you're saying, before I know it, my whole review will be like an adaptation of yours. I want to make sure I have my own independent thoughts, and then I watch yours and be like, oh my god, we had similar ideas here and there. I am definitely gonna watch yours. I watch all y'all stuff, especially your silly Saturdays, bitch. You be oof. Some of your silly Saturdays with Ty. Oh, y'all be going too far. I love y'all, but y'all be going too far. Sherrod the only one that's. Oh, but then bitch, he was just gonna have to wait. Oh, but if he putting half down on the car, and the bitch, if I want to smoke in the car and I'm putting half down on the car, then bitch. But if I want to go, then just wait. I will smoke in the hotel room. I will smoke outside. I won't smoke in the car. But bitch, I'm moving when it moves, and that's just that. Hey, Agent from Brooklyn, and that's just that. Hold on, let me send out this link. Okay, it's gonna be I'm gonna come out, but how do I share this? Here's the link. I'm finna be off for maybe like 20 more minutes. Anybody want to come on and give their thoughts? They can. What do Braylon, I want to see you branch off just a little bit. Branch off just a little bit. I understand that August is your friend and he is your gateway into this group, but now that you've made it clear that you want your own independent friendships with them outside of August, try to forge that. Even if it's just, hey, can I come over with you and smoke? Can I come over with you and drink? Just to get to know somebody. I would oh, that's your support. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so I would love that. August, meet Ashton where he is. I would say that. Certain people are just certain ways, and that's just what it is. Meet him where he is and understand that Iyanla Vanzant said it best. You can't tell somebody how to love you. You only get to see how they love and decide whether or not it works for you. Period. You can't tell this man how to treat you. You can set an example based on how you treat yourself and the boundaries that you set for the people that you select in your life. Like Homework with the braided beard. That seems to be a good friend of yours. So, you know, watching those examples of how you treat yourself and how your friends treat you should teach him how to treat you. But as far as how to love you and how to be your friend, you can only allow him to be his version of a friend towards you. And if that doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It just doesn't. Sherrod, I have no notes. Thank you for your service. No, I was in ROTC. It's tilted just a little bit. Thank you for your service. And it's at the eyebrow. Or if I'm wearing glasses, it's at the tip of my glasses. Thank you for your service. And I have no notes for you. The fact that you walked away, cooled yourself off, came back, was not hostile, was back in the zone, and was just, you know, a good friend and wasn't holding anything toward anybody. And that body. And that body. No notes. Dre. With the social anxiety, I would just ground myself. I deal with anxiety too. Grounding is very important. So before you get ready to speak, in your mind, convince yourself that you have nothing to be afraid of. These bitches are afraid of you. You are the Dundonnet. You are the HBIC. You are the one to fear. You are not, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of amongst this group. You'll be great. Introducing y'all, TT Rogers.
Hey, Kat. Hey. What's going on? Thank you so much.
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here. I just got off of work probably like an hour ago.
Okay. How was work?
It was a short shift. You know, they closed down the mall early today.
Yeah, I'm off tomorrow too, and I'm happy about that. I am off tomorrow as well. So, are you off just tomorrow or tomorrow through Wednesday? Because I heard the mall was definitely closed on Wednesday too.
They told us to stick to our schedules and keep everyone posted. If we don't feel comfortable coming to work, we don't have to, but you know, we still have to follow the same procedures.
Okay.
If we're scheduled to have to call out or whatever.
Okay. What can you tell us about what we can expect from the rest of this season.
Okay. So we have 3 more episodes left. I can say that you may not be seeing a couple of the hot boys until the finale.
Okay.
So for let's say we have 3 more episodes. So for the next 2 episodes, you'll probably be missing a few people.
Okay.
And that has a lot to do with what happened in real life.
Okay.
But it'll play out on the show. As far as like the drama goes, I think we get past a lot of the stuff with Ashton. Um, we are going to see Ashton and Drake reconnect again. And we'll basically be seeing everybody just get ready to send Sherrod off.
Okay.
For
So as not as a producer, but just as a spectator looking on, how did you feel about the whole Lemon situation, both as it pertained to Atlanta and New Orleans?
well, the way I felt about it, just personally, I didn't take it as serious as it came across online and on our show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically because I was somewhat involved, like when it comes to that situation, I saw a lot that a lot of the other people didn't see. So I kind of came up with my own perception, and yeah, I just me being candid, I didn't really believe the accusations. But as
Okay.
far after watching El Teddy and listening to you today, I kind of understand what y'all are saying about if we didn't actually see it, we see it happen. It shouldn't be no reason for us to talk about it later on.
Mm-hmm.
But my reasoning for it was gonna be in the episode anyway. I was thinking, but like my reasoning for actually pushing it, I guess pushing the narrative that I did this episode was because it played out online, and I wanted
Gotcha.
everybody to get both sides.
Okay. Did you push for a sit down between the three of them to hash out everything to try to get the true story of what actually happened out?
I didn't, and the only reason why, if you remember on El Teddy's live, I apologized to August because I felt that I was probably keeping something from him at that time, and it was I felt that my actions were one sided when it came to that situation. And I would say that because at the time August wasn't filming with us.
Oh,
Yeah, he had quit at that time, so there wasn't really an opportunity for us to film and talk about that situation with him.
okay.
So that's the reason I would say he was blindsided, and the reason why I apologize, because he didn't really know that the conversation had happened past brunch.
Okay. How did you feel about the whole Braylon tag along situation? Did you see? Well, first of all, before you say that, did you see what I saw as it related to the common thread with mental health this entire episode?
Yeah, and hopefully we can get into that at the reunion, because I know a lot of us were dealing with a lot of different things during this time. And I can run down the list with everybody on the cast. We had multiple family members pass away.
Mm.
Um, uh, car car accidents. Uh, it was just a lot. It was a lot. We were during the pandemic. I don't want to speak for everyone, but we can. If you just want to speculate, anything from evictions to losing their jobs, it was just a weird time. Um, so yeah, mental health did play a big part in this season, the underlining part in this season, and I think everybody should have a chance to just speak on where their mental state was, and I hope they're comfortable enough to share it at the reunion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely noticed that thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how did you feel about the situation as it related to Braylon and how you felt he was being treated by the other cast members? Not
I
necessarily Ashton, but the other cast members in general.
Well, again, just me being in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the cast as a whole treated Braylon any type of way. I feel as a whole, he was definitely welcomed onto the platform and into the friend group. It was difficult, him navigating the friendships, being as Ashton was a quote unquote leader, and he had heard a lot of negative things about Braylon, or some things that he felt like Braylon had initiated. So I can say that's probably the reason why he went so hard. But I don't think he ever not didn't. I don't think he ever didn't like Braylon for like just hated him or whatever.
Gotcha.
It was just, who are you? Why are you around? And why are you asking everybody about me? I think that was his stance. Yeah, but I was thinking that Braylon.
I noticed that too, though. I noticed that too. Like, because I went back and I watched everything, and I was just like, everybody was seemingly cool, but you know, I like I was saying earlier in the review, there's a way to say things, and I think Ashton has great valid points. It's just his delivery. His delivery is kind of off because you can't be a bitch to people and expect them to just receive what you're saying. You just can't.
Yeah.
But I can understand his frustration with baby. We just trying to get reintroduced to August, but every time we trying to get introduced to August, there is a +1.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe his wording was wrong. You know, he did stay on tag along, and I think subconsciously
he didn't let up on tag along. Like
he didn't. And I think not to you know, because I don't know his life like that, but usually, and I know I had a history of that. I was teased when I was younger for being bright, for being biracial, for being feminine. I was teased, and when I realized that I could tease, I was relentless.
Mm-hmm.
When I realized I could be the mean girl, I didn't let up. I was a bitch until somebody was just like, "You're a bitch."
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I really started to lose genuine people around me. And that goes back to when I was saying, like, even when Braylon was being genuine, maybe he, you know, mentally didn't know how to respond. It was just like, I'm so used to popping back and getting girls together, I don't even know how to be like, you know what, bitch, maybe I did speak out of time. Maybe, you know, because he did apologize.
Yeah, he apologized.
He did. But tone is also very important. Very important.
And there's some conversations that shouldn't be had in front of a group. I feel
which is why I was saying that Ken should have gave. You can't get mad at Sherrod for saying Sherrod went there if you didn't say what was off limits. You said let's talk. Unless production edited something out, and I got here the production on the line.
There was a lot edited out this episode. Brunch went on for like 3 hours, and the beach was probably about 2 hours.
Okay.
And I had to cut a lot of that down, a whole lot of it down. And to El Teddy's point, he made a point on his video, like, why would y'all go to a beach just to sit around and talk about people? The beach was our mid-season. It was supposed to be our true mid-season. It was like the middle of our production. And we made that event mandatory because at the time we were having issues with the cast where they didn't want to film with each other. They were walking out of scenes, basically giving production ultimatums like, I'm not filming if he's there. I'm not doing this and that. So at the time there was 2 people on production, and we came up with the idea like, we need to leave the city, go somewhere, carpool, go somewhere where you can't just get up and leave. And we're not leaving the beach until everything is settled. It's an hour away. You can't just get up and go, run off or whatever. Like, we're not leaving today until everything's settled. And unfortunately, half of the group didn't show up. And just to give a little exclusive, we gave the cast an ultimatum and was like, look, if y'all don't want to continue talking about the drama, because at that point the cast was like, we tired of talking about Ashton. We're tired of talking about Jordan. We tired of, why we always got to do this and this and this. So I said, well, if they don't want to film no more and y'all are tired of talking about the drama, today is going to be the day that we close out their stories. And that's kind of the reason why the conversation shifted the way it did at the beach. Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody address Jordan at the brunch when he got there? Because I didn't see any of that.
No, they did not address Jordan. Um,
So Ashton was right.
yes, Ashton was right. Yeah, they didn't address Jordan.
And why do you think that is? Why do you think nobody addresses Jordan when he's in the room? I did see that one time where I think August addressed Jordan, and I think that was at Ashton's house when August went outside and he was crying. Because I just watched it.
Yeah,
But they did address him then with the white shirt and the lint roller, girl. He was
right,
gone.
right, right.
But why do you think nobody addressed him here?
I think one, they didn't know he was showing up. By the time he did show up, the hard conversation was over. He showed up while after you know they just stormed out. Like what y'all don't see is that Dre and Ken got into it, which kind of spawned from that y'all can get up and leave comment.
We may need a cut episode because I'm feeling like a lot of good
Yeah,
footage.
it's coming. It's definitely coming.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, Dre ended up leaving. Ashton left and didn't get to hear the entirety of the conversation that happened that was said about his friend Lemis. And Sherrod also left. I think he left and came back, but
Yeah, he did.
left. He had left before the drama between Ken and Dre started. So like what y'all don't see is it was just a lot going on. I think it was just a missed opportunity, and at the time, I don't think they really just even cared to talk about what Jordan had going on. He wasn't really filming at that time, and a lot of the stuff was happening off camera and on social media. So I think at that time, when he showed up to the brunch, he was in good graces with mostly everybody because he didn't really get into it with anyone when we were in Atlanta. So, yeah, I don't think they had any reason to address him really.
What do you want to come from not only the season but the reunion?
The reunion, I just want I want to give the viewers more clarity and insight into their friendship because a lot of the commentary and critique that we get is that they aren't really friends. And I would definitely disagree. They've done things for each other outside of like monetary gifts, like they actually showed up in times of need without any type of without wanting anything in return. I've seen a lot of beautiful moments between these guys, and they've been hanging out. They were hanging out before the camera started rolling. So I think my idea for the reunion is just to really dig into their actual relationships. It's not just because they met on Jack. They're friends for a reason. And me personally, I don't think it has anything to do with sex or anything sexual. But I would rather them say it. Why, Dre, why did you initially become friends with Ken? And are you willing to, do you understand why he's upset, and are you willing to move on from that? That's kind of what I just want the resolution. I think at this time, now that we're done filming, I still think that all the guys still have love for each other. It's just that it's playing out on TV, which makes it hard to kind of express how you really feel, because then it's kind of it contradicts what the public sees.
Right.
So I think that's where we're at right now. But I think by the time the reunion is over, the audience, the cast members, and everyone will have a clear idea of how we're going to move forward. That's my hope.
Okay. I'm here for that. Can you confirm whether or not is everybody still a part of the cast as far as right now?
Everybody is still a part of the cast.
Do we have any additional or subtracting members for season 2?
For season 2, the only person who from the original cast that's not coming back is Sherrod. And
because of the situation.
Yeah, because he's being deployed. He's gone. And we're replacing him with this guy named Kayvon. You're from Houston. I'm pretty sure you've probably heard of him or seen him. He's pretty popular on social media. His Instagram is King Mother.
King Mother
King Mother
on Insta.
on IG, yeah. And then we have 5 new friends of the show.
5 new friends.
Yeah, 5 new friends.
Okay. Do you feel like everybody was justified in the way they felt at the brunch?
Everyone was justified in the way that they felt at the
As a
brunch.
viewer, once you step back today and you watched it this morning, as a
Mm-hmm.
viewer, taking your hand off of it, which I know is hard because when I look back at my stuff, I'm in production mode.
Mm-hmm.
But sitting back and watching the story play out, were you in agreement with anybody, or did you in your mind go like that makes sense?
I think the idea that Ken had was a good idea. In hindsight, I understand that this type of situation had happened before without the cameras, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't go well. But I think his idea was pretty solid because, mind you, we're coming off the Atlanta trip, and before that, Ken wasn't really. If you notice, he wasn't in a lot of group scenes. He wasn't at
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday. He wasn't um, at Postino's. He missed a lot of group scenes. So when a lot of the drama came back to him, I felt like he kind of took it onto himself to be like, okay, I'm gonna press people, but I want to press them in front of the people that they're talking about, so that I kind of like align. Basically, like he said, I want everybody to know that I can't say this in front of this person, because if I say something in front of this person, they'll go back and tell the person I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about.
Yeah.
Basically, it was just his way of setting clear alliances or finding out what the clear alliances were. My
Mm-hmm.
take on it was that when they did sit down, because I cut a lot out of that conversation as well. They each went around themselves. So each person went around and they talked about each person.
Okay.
So Dre went and he talked. He said his piece with Ken. He said his piece with, they went around the circle. Each person did the same thing. I made the decision to cut out a lot of that because it wasn't really a part of the story.
Okay.
But his idea was great. My assessment was that they all kind of put on. Like, I don't think they really said what, like, even with Dre's voice cracking. Like you said, I felt like he wanted to say something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah, I do.
I
I
think they
believe
went
that.
around around the circle, and it was real surface level. And by the time it got to Sherrod and he kind of spit those facts, I think that's kind of when it went left. But other than
Yeah.
that, everybody was kind of kumbaya, but you can kind of tell that nobody was talking about the issue. The only time the issue actually got brought up was when Ashton addressed Braylon.
Okay. I have a 2-part question. I see it seems like all my questions are 2-parters. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that everybody wanted to tiptoe around shit as opposed to just being like, I don't like the way y'all, treat him, or I was expecting the entire conversation to kind of go the way it went when Ashton and Braylon had his moment, and then Ken stepped in and was like, God damn, be nice to him. Like the tough truths need to happen and come up in order for real healing to take place. And why didn't that happen?
I think it didn't happen that way because at the end of the day, it was never a problem for this group of people until a new person got brought in. You know what I mean? That was the dynamic of the group before Braylon was brought into it. And not to say that he doesn't have tough skin, because I wouldn't say that he was necessarily bullied, but that was the relationship between this group of friends. And he kind of came in and challenged that, and when it didn't go, it wasn't as copacetic as he wanted, and his feelings got hurt. Ken, being the person who was on the outside, definitely aligned himself with Braylon. Like, no. Y'all not gonna do him like y'all did me. You know what I mean? Y'all not gonna shun him like y'all tried to do me.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why I think it was so surface level is because nobody at that time, everybody was okay with it. Everybody was okay with saying what he had to say, because they knew that Braylon wasn't gonna speak up. But then they was okay with Braylon speaking up because they had been waiting for him to speak up.
Gotcha.
But I don't think that was gonna change the dynamic of the group at all.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the dynamic of this group will ever change?
Yeah, I think it will change once everybody finds their passion and their focus. I
Okay.
think with this group, it was a lot of we got to do everything together. And as you see, Dre's a loner. He does a lot by himself.
Yeah.
Um, Ashton is the type of person, you know, he doesn't need approval from anybody. You know what I mean? He's the leader. He's the head. Sherrod is very independent. You know, so I feel like once they all figured out, and I think at this time, like as of today, they all have. I feel like it's going to play out more into season 2.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the critique was, why don't we see what they do? I think they started to figure that out as they started to drift apart as the season as the production went along. And
Yeah.
later on in the season, you'll see more of them doing individual things.
Okay.
Um, i.e., Dre going to the studio, uh, Sherrod talking more about the military, Ash preparing for his podcast. So yeah, I
Which
think the
is cute.
separation of the group
Y'all
kind
gonna
of
make sure
made
y'all
it.
check that out.
You said what?
I was telling the chat to make sure they checked it out. Ash me out.
Yeah, Ash Me Out, episode 1, Sex Talk. It was really funny.
It was.
Yeah, so check them out. It's streaming on Spotify and I think on all the major platforms, I believe.
Mhm. Yeah. So Dre, hop in the comments and you answer this question for me. Why did you not wish to invite anybody to your first session? That was huge for you. I can understand if the boyfriend couldn't make it because he had to work or something like that. But it seems like you wanted to be there by yourself and that you did not want the rest of the group to come. Why? Um, Todd, let's address this comment that's on the screen. The idea that Ken stole. His whole point was to make Ashton look bad. What are your thoughts on that?
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Okay.
Again, and he kind of said it either in this episode or the beginning of Brunch in the last episode where he was like, nobody knew the reason why I wanted to bring the group together except for Sherrod.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to that conversation, he mentions it a bit, like Ken heard what Ken heard about all the drama that was happening while he wasn't around, and he wanted to see everybody address it in front of him. I don't think it was necessarily to make Ashton look bad because Ashton wasn't the only person he was into it with. But yeah, he definitely had an agenda with that.
Why do you
That
think
part.
that is? Like, why do you think it's always the person who's not really involved that wants to involve themselves in peace amongst the group?
I
Braylon
think
did that, Ken did that, and even on other shows, people are doing that.
Well, I can say Ken probably did it because, like I said, he was on the outside before. So
Mhm.
this is a way to prove or validate his feelings or the reasons why he doesn't want to come around this group. And mind you, it's playing out to the public, and in the moment, everyone knows that they're talking in front of the camera. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's to make him look bad, but he wants to point out these facts so that everybody has these facts and they're able to come up with a conclusion that may align with how he feels. That's how I took it. Just he
Yeah.
wants to make sure everybody understands why he's upset and maybe get people on his side. The
I can
public.
see that. But for me, I would just want people to just understand where I'm coming from and not necessarily agree with me. Just understand where I'm coming from. If you don't agree, then you don't agree, but at least understand my position. I agree, Dre. If you don't fuck with them, why would
Can
you? If
I
you really fuck with them, why would you want to invite them?
can I chime in on this whole studio thing? And I know
Yeah.
you just released your music. Congratulations, good
Thank
win, damn
you.
it. But yeah, I was in the studio with Dre, and I did not have a good time in the studio. I don't know how y'all do it, or like if it's just something that you got to get used to, or
What didn't you like the time consuming thing part of it?
it was very time consuming. I felt very claustrophobic. I felt very, I don't know, maybe because I'm not a musician, it wasn't my element, but I was just like, damn, all this for one song? Like we was literally in there for like 6 hours, and I was falling asleep.
That's typically how it
I
works.
was complaining to the engineer, "Ooh, can y'all turn the air down? It's cold up here." Like it was a lot, but to see him
And
go
that's
through that
bad.
process for the first time.
Dre, next time you go to the studio, have them cut that AC off. That cold temperature is not good for your voice.
I was
Warm.
like, it was
But
cold,
yeah,
it was too hot. But yeah, just seeing him, I was very proud of him. That was his first time in the studio,
yeah.
and I could tell he
I'm
was
glad you got
nervous.
to document that. That's so great that you were there to document that.
Yeah, and just seeing his reaction to the end result,
Mm-hmm.
it was very beautiful. Like I loved it. I'm happy for you, Dre, and
Me too.
I encourage him all the time to keep going. But yeah, that studio life, nah. I'm
He
just
said it was hot. What the fuck?
it was because it was hot because I kept telling him to turn off the air. He would turn the air
But
completely
that's
off, and
good.
then
You
it would
need
get
it hot,
so
and
hot.
you need tea. Throat coat is great. You need tea. You need lemons. You need heat around your throat. So no air. But I cannot wait to hear this EP because that song sounds amazing.
I thought I was living
I
my
said it was
fantasy. I was like, "Oh, Dre, I'm about to be a motherfucking
But you were
celebrity."
also
So
nervous.
what?
You were also nervous. You were sweating because of adrenaline, because of the anxiety of it all. It was your first time. You was nervous. You knew you was on camera. That's a lot of pressure. Hell, I be nervous when I'm not on camera, you know. And half the time I don't even be singing when I go to the actual studio. I'm writing. I'm going as a writer. And I'm still nervous because I want people to like my shit. But yeah, you was sweating because you was nervous. So that's why your ass was hot. Ty didn't have nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah, it was fun. And I thought that was a great like segue
Is
for
your
the
ass dressy on the way?
Love you too. Where you at, bitch? Pull up on me.
Yeah. Is you dressed? He on the way.
Oh, period. Oh, he said I'm on the way, bitch. Oh, okay, bitch. Um, but yeah, I'm glad people responded well to the episode. Can I ask you a question? Do you see like a progression in the editing, or like, cause like, or do you notice like for example, episode, let's say 5, this
Mhm.
episode 5. Can you tell the difference between those episodes and the other episodes, and like what do you think are the factors or reason why it kind of turned out the way they did?
I like the episodes. I thought 6 was action packed, full of drama. Oh girl, it was. 7 was really therapeutic. It was like a big counseling session. It's crazy because all these shows are giving retreat vibes. And it's like, oh my God, like were y'all all on the same wavelength during filming because all of this shit is coming out around the same time? Which would lead to that y'all all filmed it around the same time. So you're on track, like you're on the wave. But yeah, I love it. I love the progression of it. You know, I love that it's real docu/reality.
Right.
I love that. I think for season 2, y'all do a great job of explaining the story, but I think I think it would be great if y'all could
show
the story. So like, you know, and child, we all family here. Sometimes y'all gonna have to act. You know, like it makes great TV, but we need to know how it happened.
Yeah.
Because if y'all just sit down and be like, I don't fuck with Drake, like I don't even understand why the fuck I'm just like, whoa, what I was when they got to the brunch. Like everybody dancing and you know busting it down, but when we get to the confessional, it's like, look, he shut the fuck up, and I'm like, oh, like what is happening here?
Yeah.
So
I was telling Dre that the other day. I was like, when we do start filming, and y'all do get ready to air y'all grievances out on camera, I told him, what I'm gonna tell y'all is just pick one.
Yeah.
One problem you got.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Drake because his glasses crooked, and keep that going for the rest of the season.
Yeah, just stick with it.
His glasses crooked this day. The next episode, his feet stink. Third episode, I still don't like his glasses. Actually, I do love his glasses, and we're gonna be friends tomorrow. Next episode, they're going to you know, it was very hard to piece together the story because everybody had these changing feelings of today I want to come to the scene and I want to shoot my shot at this person. You know what I mean? It was never like and I think I'm gonna eliminate a lot of the group scenes as well. just to make it easier for story purposes, because that's
What do you want to see more of in season 2?
I want to see more boys. I want to see
Okay.
more boys. I don't want it to again. And people say we're anti-chasing. We're not anti-chasing. It's just that I don't feel like we need to necessarily focus on their
Jobs.
What you right. The idea was like they have jobs, but this is what they do on the weekends.
Okay.
But I do want to show like more of their interests, more of their hobbies, more of their interpersonal relationships. So that's why we're introducing more friends of the show, so that the main cast doesn't always have to film together. Maybe we bring in someone that starts some offshoot drama with just one character that we don't have to necessarily bring everybody in to chime in on.
Right.
And I think that's another reason why this first season was every episode was so packed with drama, because
And I think another reason why maybe this episode, well, not this episode, but this season was a little hard to keep up with is because this is why I said a storyline is great. Every season of every show circulates around one big major issue. Like everybody else has their small ones and twos, but there's usually just one major issue.
Mm-hmm.
Every issue, it was like fucking Scandal. Every episode, it was like, now, bitch, what now?
Right.
Like it was just like every episode there was a different big issue.
Right. Yeah.
We had a lot of giants to tackle this season.
Yeah, I did, and I'm just literally counting down the days. I told everybody that production on on season 2 is at a pause until we knock out this reunion.
When is that?
The reunion, let me check my calendar.
And have you released? Because have you released the or announced the host yet? Where he go? Oh, he checking the calendar. He better be checking the calendar because I know he didn't get quiet when I asked about this goddamn host. Where did he go? I'm gonna have to play Dre's song on the way out of here too. Cause I was feeling it. That drowned me. I was feeling. Oh, he gone. Okay, well, I'm gonna text him anyway, so what's up? But yeah, that was a real good conversation. I really loved that conversation. I want to be like the Iyanla girl. Like I want to play in the background. I would love to like sit down with them, production wise, for season 2. I would love that, girl. Oh, I would love that. But oh, he's back. He back. Okay.
What I do?
I don't know. I think you clicked out to check your schedule. I don't know what happened.
March. Okay, so the reunion is either going to be March 16th or March the second or third week of March.
Second or third? It's going to be on a Saturday. Y'all can keep it on Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah.
Okay, and do you know who the host is?
Yes, we have a host confirmed. Should I say it? I'm gonna wait because I want to put out like an official flyer and all this. I'm gonna wait.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, you gotta do it big. Like, you don't have to do it big. I'm talking a promo video. Like, we are a family. Yeah. Like, I want our whole like Dream Girls 1 and 2 because we have all been trying to figure out who the host is. Now, I would love that exclusive now. Now I'm pretty. You can give me the video. I'm just saying, you don't have to drop it now. You can give me the video when it's time to drop the video. You can give me the video.
Okay.
And then we can.
If y'all
we can do official after show
with us from the beginning, y'all should know who our host is.
Oh, that says a lot.
It says a lot.
It's
gonna be a lot. And I
he's gonna be. And you know the after party gonna be on my channel. I'm already claiming it. After party gonna be on my channel. Because I'm introducing the new live. After y'all do the episode, I'm trying to go live. Girl, okay. Can you promise me that next Saturday y'all gonna be on time.
Girl, look, me and like you don't understand. I don't know. Like we're new to YouTube, so like these little small little hiccups be like they be like the worst days of my life. Like I really be at home going through.
When did it actually premiere? Because I took a nap to try to catch it. Woke up at 2:00, and then it told me it wasn't gonna be premiered until 4. I
Girl,
stayed
I
up
don't
until
even know. I went to sleep too. I was knocked out. I woke up this morning. The damn video. I think I woke up at 4 and it was on because I think one of our viewers DM'd us. It was like, I'm watching right now, and I texted her. I DM'd her back like around 7. Was like, I'm gonna take it down. It's gonna be coming back. No, no, I hit her up that right then and there. I was like, I'm gonna take it down and put it back up in the morning. But I couldn't get it to come back up as a premiere, so I had to make the
just
video private. And I
and
was
just
trying to work on it. I was trying to work on that, and I was just like, "Fuck it." I was doing all that from my phone. I was like, "Fuck it." I'm just gonna make it public without the live chat, without the premiere, and yeah, that's what happened. I don't really know why it didn't premiere the way it was supposed to. But yeah, we're gonna try and get it out on time. It was done.
Somebody calling you
The
out.
video
Somebody
was
calling
done.
you out. Somebody calling you out, Todd.
I always offer to help him, and he refuses my help. Well, El Teddy, I don't refuse your help. I'm very appreciative. But like the issues before were with memory, and we bought all new memory, so that's not the issue anymore. Right now, it's really just like finding the best time to upload it where it's up by Saturday. We waited too long last week. That's the reason why it didn't come out till 2. So this week we're like, okay, we're gonna wake up a little earlier and get it out.
Why don't
So
y'all
now
just
we
already
just
have it
gotta
done by
we gotta post it on Friday or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, why? I think y'all should have it done by like Thursday afternoon, Friday morning, and already have it going.
I'll talk to you a little bit behind. I'll tell you. We'll talk behind the scenes, but
Okay. Okay.
yeah, it's a lot going on, man, and like I'm just work with us. I hope it gets better, but yeah, I hate that. Like when I really be stressing out, Kat, about that
You
type of
should
stuff.
don't. If it don't work, you see how he's talking. I'm talking to YouTube stuff. Maybe YB will cancel something in a minute. I'll be like, bitch, but just do what is best for you. I just think that's why I said do it ahead of time, just so that you're not stressing. If you know it's gonna be out, if you know you need to have it out by Saturday and it's already done tonight, Mondays, since we off, I would have it done. And just even if it's sitting there from now until Saturday, bitch, it's done. It's done.
That's better said than done. Like in a perfect world, I would want it that way, and I'll be trying my best to get it out on time. But I can't. It's always something different, to be honest.
Yeah, I get that. It's always something, especially with this YouTube. Y'all see my fucking
I'm guessing I'm learning the name of the game, But like I was expressing to YB, I think a lot of the stress and anxiety I get from this YouTube shit is because of the demand from the viewers. Like if we didn't have if we weren't in demand, I would have been like, fuck this shit. It's gonna come out when it come out. But like so many people
that's good stress though. People want more.
Want it. Yeah. And like when we first started this, it was really like, one of those little passion projects. We didn't think it was gonna take off or become people's true entertainment for the weekend,
Yeah.
But I'm appreciative of it,
Yeah.
Like the same conversation I had with YB. It's a lot of these new shows coming out and they kind of scratching for press and reviews and stuff like that. And the Justice League definitely blessed us out the gate. So yeah, I'm definitely appreciative of everyone that's watching and waiting. But I just, as a disclaimer, like y'all, these are people's, like, we don't do this full time. This is not a full time job. and that's for all content creators, not just us putting on these shows. I'm pretty sure your viewers and your subscribers, I'm pretty sure they hold you to some type of
Yeah. And when I take I took my hiatus, and when I came back, I had to deal with a lot less viewership because people were like, well, "Shit, you want to, come when you want to come. We don't come when we want to come," and I have to deal with it.
Yeah, I definitely saw that reflected in our numbers for episode 6. Yeah, again, we just learning the name of the game, and we're gonna get better. But yeah, so everybody that's watching, we appreciate y'all and want y'all to continue watching it. Shit, watch us grow. Y'all are part of
it. We can't wait for season 2. We cannot wait.
I can't wait. Like, I'm really excited to get these new boys on camera.
I want a theme for the reunion, goddammit. I don't want these people up here looking a mess.
I gave them colors.
Okay.
So hopefully we have a color theme.
Are we gonna have a day of testing links and testing connections? And
yeah, we're calling it a dress rehearsal. Where's my keys? We're calling it a dress rehearsal, and yeah, hopefully everybody has we give them enough time where they can go get their ring light, their backdrops, and all that their camera stands and all that type of stuff. But we want to get them prepared for the reunion because
now the 3 episodes, are those 3 episodes including the uncut, or 3 episodes plus an uncut?
So all together for the season, we're gonna have 12 episodes. So 3 more episodes, the uncut, and then the 1 episode reunion.
Oh, it's gonna be one part.
1 part, yeah.
Okay. Pre-recorded or live?
Pre-recorded.
Oh. Whoever you're consulting with, God damn it! Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do pre-recorded. And I've been talking with the host about, just different ways to logistically make it happen, where we could possibly do like segments, or maybe even have viewers pop on and ask their own questions.
I think y'all should, if I can interject,
like live performance or something like that.
I would love it. Dre, you gotta give us a live performance, bitch. I would love it if y'all maybe did like a post and let people like submit their questions that way.
Okay.
Because you don't want to give nothing. What if they come in? What if they click the link at a time where it's just like getting hot and you don't want nothing released until and they're like, "Oh, girl, this is what I saw." You never know. Like, you have to treat this shit like it's VH1. Like, you are Mona Scott to these girls. Like, you gotta have this shit locked and loaded. So I would love it if like maybe I did like a public community, like a post on all y'all social media, and just like submit your question.
Okay.
And then we take like maybe 5 fan questions, because I know the host. Between you and the host, y'all come up with great questions, for the season anyway.
Yeah. I know the host too. Well, shut up. I'm in the car with Dre.
Hey, Dre.
Hey. But yeah, I'm excited for the reunion. Everybody on the cast is ready to just chop it up. I don't think it's gonna be any like hostility between anybody as of right now, but we'll see.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay, well, with that being said, this was the episode 7 live review. I had a great time. Thank you, TT Rogers, for coming on, honey.
No problem.
Thank you so much. Thank you, chat, for being here. And we will be here next week. I'm not gonna say same place but not same time, because this is Sunday. This is Sunday, so Saturday night I will see y'all, honey. Love you all. Have a great night. Stay safe. If you are in Houston, get your ass bundled up, and that goes for y'all that's in that car. Get y'all asses bundled up, and please stay safe, stay warm, hug your loved ones if they have tested negative for COVID. And make sure y'all go over to the Patreon, patreon.com/thecastmeout official, honey. And I love y'all. Oh, we gotta play Dre song going out of here. Give me 1 second. Hold on. We gotta go out to Dre, baby. Let me run that back. DJ, won't you play this Go to Love song? I say DJ.
Acting by night. We going crazy.
I'm in the shallow water before I get too deep. Please don't let me fall if you don't pay no attention me. When you come around, I can't speak. I get so weak. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Will you hold me down if I let my guard down? I can't deny it now. I want you around, you make me wanna risk it all. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Please don't let me fall if you don't pay no attention me. When you come around, I can't speak. I get so weak. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Lay down in your garden and watch me plant my seeds. Simmer your mind as I satisfy your need. Good energy, let's take with me. Tell me what you asking all. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep. Please don't let me fall if you don't pay no attention me. When you come around, I can't speak. I get so weak. Drown me in the shallow water before I get too deep.